Tony Binns. James Anthony Tony Binns, born 1948 in Greater Manchester, is the Ronlister Professor of Geography at the University of Otago in New Zealand. Background: Tony Binns was born in Prestwich and grew up in Bury, Greater Manchester, UK. He attended Stan Grammar School, Whitefield. He graduated from Sheffield University Geography, 1970, Dip. ed. 1971, and taught geography in schools while attending the University of Birmingham, MA African Studies 1973, PhD African Studies and Geography 1981. He taught geography at University of Sussex from 1975 to 2004, before moving to the University of Otago as professor and latterly head of department. Binns has 2 children and holds British and New Zealand citizenship. Scholarly contributions: Binns' prime interest is African community development and the livelihoods and well-being of Africans. His early work was in Sierra Leone, working from Kema in the northeast of the country on links between diamond mining and the farming sector, the 2 main occupations of local residents. He has continued to follow these trends since 1974, and in 2014 he was elected an honorary chief of Kema for his continued support to the community. Since then he has worked in South Africa local economic development initiatives, community-based institutions and empowerment in South Africa, exporting alternative foods and fair trade, livelihoods of the West Coast region including wildfire harvesting, and the Working for Water Programme Sierra Leone, agricultural development and change in the Eastern Province, reconstruction and development in the post-conflict period, integrated rural development, urban and peri-urban farming in Freestone, Nigeria, urban and peri-urban agricultural production in Konar, pressures facing pastoral livelihoods in northern Nigeria, pastoral farming conflict and degradation in the Kono close settled zone, Morocco, small-scale irrigation development in the High Atlas Mountains, the Gambia export-orientated horticultural production, Zambia urban and peri-urban agricultural production in the Soccer, urban agriculture in the Zambian Copper Belt, Kenya relationships between farming and fishing in the Kenyan sector of Lake Victoria. He has also worked in Samoa with the role of the church in development, Vietnam urban and peri-urban agricultural production in Hawaii and New Zealand. Recognition: President of the Geographical Association 1994-1995, Liverhelmy Study Abroad Fellowship 2000-2001 at Rhodes University, South Africa, Director and Council Member of WorldAware UK-based Development Education Organisation 1995-2004, President of the Commonwealth Geographical Bureau 2009-2016, President of the New Zealand Geographical Society 2010-2011, Distinguished New Zealand Geographer Medal 2012. Chief Mancho of Sandor Master Farmer and Sar Kema First Son of Kema, Sierra Leone, 2014. Key publications: Binns J. A. Kelvin, Lynch and East, Nell eds. 2018. The Routledge Handbook of African Development, London, Routledge. Potter R. Binns J. A. Elliot East, Nell D. W. Smith, 2017. Geographies of Development: An Introduction to Development Studies, Routledge, 4th edition. Binns T. A. Dixon and East, Nell, 2012. Africa, Diversity and Development, London, Routledge. Lame Gruber W. E. Nell Y. Masio T. Binns R. Chen B. Cullen D. Lynch N. P. K. Pradhan eds. 2010. Geographical Marginality as a Global Issue, International Geographical Union, 5 volumes. Potter R. B. T. Binns J. Elliot N. D. Smith, 2008. Geographies of Development: An Introduction to Development Studies, 3rd edition, London, Pearson. Binns T. A. Dixon and G. Spellman, 2007. Sustainable Development, Oxford, Philip Allen Publishers. Binns T. ed. 1995. People and Environment in Africa, Chichester, John Wiley. Potter R. B. T. Binns J. Elliot and D. Smith, 2004. Geographies of Development, London, Prentice Hall, Pearson. Bowden R. and T. Binns, 2001. The Changing Face of South Africa, London, Hodder Wayland. Leicester East, Nell and T. Binns, 2000. South Africa, Past, Present and Future, Gold at the End of the Rainbow, London, Longman. Binns T. D. Clark and H. Matthews, 2000. Regional Development and Change, Oxford, Philip Allen Publishers. Fisher Sussex and T. Binns eds. 2000. Issues in Geography Teaching, London, Routledge. Potter R. B. T. Binns J. Elliot and D. Smith, 1999. Geographies of Development, London, Longman. Clark D. H. Matthews and T. Binns. 1998. Urban Development and Change. Oxford, Philip Allen Publishers. Bowden R. and T. Binns. 1998. Journey Through Africa. Oxford Horace Editions. Binns T. and R. Bowden. 1998. West Africa. World Fact Files, London, MacDonald Young Books. Bowden R. and T. Binns. 1998. East Africa World Fact Files. London, MacDonald Young Books. Binns T. 1994. Tropical Africa. London, Routledge. Binns M. and T. Binns. 1992. Sierra Leone. World Bibliographical Series. Oxford, Clio Press. Bailey P. and T. Binns, 1987. A Case for Geography. Sheffield, The Geographical Association.